Hi, how's it going? This is Resident of Hollywood for YouTube, back with another Dark Shadows video for you guys and gals. I'm here to give my reaction and review to episode 47. We get a shot at the Great House, a close up a bit. Um, this is written by Art Wallace, directed by Leila Swift. I like how Victoria Winters says in the opening that she remembers the words that were first spoken to her when she first got here. Welcome to the beginning and end of the world. And now it's in terrible. Reels, the mysteries, and strange dark house. So, I love how we see Carolyn coming out of the top floor, walking across, coming down the steps. Great tracking shot here. Carolyn in her nightgown, obviously. We hear the piano playing as it is 10 after. And it's after 11. It's after 11. This is them. They're gonna foreshadow Bill's death in this episode, and Elizabeth is gonna be the one that does it, and it makes the most sense that she does. Carolyn, the neighbors have been complaining for hours. She's like, "Oh, go plug more." Only 10 testimony. The witching hour, Elizabeth says. She is Carolyn. Ooh. So Elizabeth here tells Carolyn she thinks she's losing her mind, and Carolyn says, "Of what?" And Elizabeth tells her, I don't know. I'm frightened. I don't know what I'm frightened of. I don't know, but I have this frightening feeling. This is what I mean by, I said by the end of going out of the previous episode that though Bill Malloy, without a shadow of a doubt, probably dies in episode 46, his death is more I would say cemented here before you see a body. Um, Episode 47, Elizabeth is talking about how she has this, she's frightened, she has this bad feeling. This episode is to let you know that Bill Malloy is dead. I mean, in every way. They may not be throwing a body at you, but that's what this episode does best. Really, really best. Because you have Elizabeth, the woman who Bill respected most, frightened and afraid that something's wrong. Something's wrong. So, here we go. Awful feeling of impending disaster. You don't say. I love this shot here. The clock rings and Elizabeth looks great close up shot of Joan's face, and she's got those wide eyes open. And that's the intro, by the way. That's the opening. Beautiful. Beautiful. Mwah. Great job. Great job. They really do a great job. I mean, they're building that anticipation for you. And I love how the camera cuts where they're standing beside each other. Liz walks away. They're shooting Carolyn from the back, and we see Liz dialing the phone. Now we have a close up of Liz as she picks up the phone. The phone is ringing. She's got the phone to her ear. She hands up. Bill Malloy, she was calling Bill Malloy's house. This time, he didn't answer. Minutes after 11. I like Carolyn's point. You don't usually make phone calls 20 minutes after 11. People do now. People do now. So Carolyn does ask, "Are you afraid something might have happened?" And she's been in Bill Malloy. Carolyn makes the point when Bill Malloy walked out the house, he didn't seem like a happy man. He wasn't. He was not a happy man. Don't discuss things related to business. But I love how Joan Bennett's character tells this lie to a degree. They weren't just discussing business. I mean, to a degree they were, but not necessarily fully. So Carolyn's telling her mom about how Roger got upset about the pen that Bert gave her. In a lot of ways, too, they're in the previous episode we get a small buildup of Sam being suspicious. Now we're spending this episode making Roger suspicious, casting shade, if you will. Carolyn's so I love, and Carolyn does it too here. Nancy Barrett's character lays the seeds that where you're going to suspect Roger as one of the killers of Bill Malloy. She brings up Roger's words for conviction. This isn't these words, what we're hearing, because what we're really hearing from Carolyn isn't just meant for Elizabeth. It's meant for the audience in every way, shape, and form. More so for us than for her. Because what Art Wallace is doing is, okay, we have a little shadow of doubt on Sam, just enough, but we need some on Roger too. We know Roger's been acting shady, but Carolyn not only is for the first time telling Liz what Roger said about how someone has to protect themselves no matter what, and now we heard those words, and now not only is Carolyn reminding us of those words, she's telling Elizabeth. It's a great job by Art Wallace, you know, and really Francis Swan too, because he was the writer a couple episodes ago. Um, not the last episode, that was Art Wallace, but a couple episodes ago, he was the writer. So it's a great job by the writers to plant this seed, even a bit deeper. We have to get some shade on Roger, and they do. Uncle Roger used those words? Well, words like that. I refuse to be anyone's sacrificial lamb, so she's saying what Roger said to Elizabeth. Upstairs to talk to Uncle Roger. She's gonna learn Roger ain't home. I like how they pull the camera back because we're not worried about Liz. We know where she's going. We're worried about the clock. We're getting a shot of the grandfather clock. It's 11:30. Time flies when you're having fun. So Burke's insisting on everybody stay, even though it's 11:30. We're in Roger's office again. Well, first time in this episode, and so Sam says that Bill came to his house and asked him to come down here. Now he's out in Sam. Burke's out in Sam. I like how they played that there, where Roger says Sam wasn't even at your trial. So Burke leaves. He says, "Be here when he gets back." So Sam and Roger just wait too. Um, and then they show the when they come back here from commercial, you're going to be at Collinwood, and they're going to be in the drawing room, and it's going to be Elizabeth and Carolyn. Oh my god, they do again. They do a great job. They they do a great job of building that anticipation in this episode. Sorry, I'm like excited to like rewatch this episode again. That's why I'm just like waiting for the commercial. Oh my god. I will say too that when I did my Matthew Morgan character retrospective, it's real interesting what they do with building suspects. I've talked about how they build Sam, they build uh, Roger. Matthew Matthew became a suspect when he pushed the body back in the water. Matthew became a suspect then. That's when he became. He found the body and said there wasn't one. He lied. So so Elizabeth comes down and does not find Roger in his room. So Carolyn made tea. Elizabeth doesn't care for anybody. It's a Collins tradition to wring your hands when you're nervous. Barnabas does it. Oh, so Elizabeth really doesn't know. The only thing Elizabeth really knows about the trial is what Roger told, is what the common facts that she believes her brother witnessed Burke Devlin driving the car. So Elizabeth really isn't involved in the whole manslaughter case. So Elizabeth is still worried that sinking film. Again, this whole episode is just telling you Bill Malloy's death. I mean, Elizabeth, and really Elizabeth is the catalyst for it. Really, well, her and Bill not showing up at the meeting, obviously. No one answering Bill Malloy's house phone, let alone Bill Malloy himself. If Bill Malloy's not at the meeting, if he's not at home, where else is he? Well, he's dead. His character got killed off. So Elizabeth is really, really worried. Where could Roger have gone? He went to a meeting. He went to a meeting. The altar. We hear words about an altar. The Leviathan, absolutely not. So 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 Roger says no. We're gonna wait. He's not gonna play into Burke's hand. So Sam says no. He knows both. None of them. So Sam says he doesn't know where Bill is. As long as he knows that Bill's supposed to be here at 11 o'clock. So Sam grabs Roger by the shirt and says, Collins, I could kill you." So Roger's reminding Sam of what he did. That he lied. He was an accessory after the fact. Facts, information. So Bert comes back. Well, his car was parked in front of the house. Bill walked. So Bill Malloy's car is at his house. So Bert's, we're still gonna wait. It's like it's almost 11:40. We're gonna wait. Here we get the E. If that doesn't tell you Bill Malloy's dead, they're playing Josette's Ghost music. They're playing the ghost music. They're letting the audience know. Yeah, it's almost midnight. Bill Malloy said he would be here. So Bert doesn't believe that Bill Malloy's meeting was pointless. There's no basis. So Bert says that Bill Malloy knows there's something between Roger and Evans. He says that to Roger. And Roger and Sam said, no, there isn't. Roger says he's going to return the pen to Bert, but he can't find the pen. The pen is lost. So as Burke's aunt written Malloy, Roger and Sam walk out. Carolyn's laughing. So they mentioned Halloween here in this episode of Collinwood. Again, they would mention holidays in Dark Shadows. We just never saw them actually celebrating said holidays. That is weird. It is. But here's the thing though, with the mention of those, it's important to note that they do exist in this universe. So Carolyn wants her mom to come to bed. She said, I'm going to wait up for Uncle Roger. She's asked her mom how long she'll wait for Uncle Roger. She said she'll be up all night. Basically, she's saying I'll be up till Roger gets in. Her brother. She said, please don't worry. She thanks Carolyn for being so sweet. It is officially midnight. The bewitching hour. And the clock tolls. I like the close up that we get of Liz. It's not so close, but it's close enough. Roger's whistling as he enters Collinwood. Takes off his jacket, lays him on the table, goes into the drawing room. So she asked Roger where he was tonight. So she did ask Roger to concern Bill Malloy. I'll comment on all this when this ends. It's really good. There, she says to Roger that Bill told her that he allowed Burke to go to jail for a crime that Roger committed. So he lies when he said last time he saw Burke. He says he saw Burke this afternoon. I like how he does this sort of admittance, but sort of fake admittance in a weird way. He says, "Oh yeah, I was responsible, but I was responsible for sending Burke to jail, but because I testified against him." It's well played by Lewis Edmonds, and it's well written by Art Wallace. So Roger ushers Liz to bed, and she goes to bed. He says, pleasant dreams, ominous music. Close up of Roger as he's drinking the brandy. He's looking. Now, I'm going to get into some things here when I do my character retrospective of Matthew Morgan. But this episode reminded me of something when I first watched it all those years ago, that this is sort of why I didn't believe Roger killed Bill Malloy by the end of this episode. Roger is not... The only time Roger really makes an accusation of Bill's death is around Sam. But around his sister, first of all, he does lie that last time he saw Burke. He's speaking to his sister about talking to Bill in the morning. Lewis Edmonds makes the look on his face of, where is Bill Malloy? He's not making the look of a face of, oh my God, I killed Bill Malloy. You know, oh, I can't believe I did this. That's why I clear Roger, is because Lewis Edmonds' facial features are telling me something. His character facial features are telling me something completely different entirely. He himself is wondering where Bill Malloy is, because he knows if Bill Malloy is found or just appears out of nowhere, he also knows that he's in deep hot water. So I hope you guys enjoyed the review. Have a good day. They do a great job going back and forth, because Roger is lying to Liz about certain things about when she last saw Burke, when he last saw Burke. It's a great... Lewis Edmonds had great chemistry with all his castmates. The cast had great chemistry with one another. And the camera work is a lot of fun in this episode, too. That's something I enjoy a lot about Dark Shadows. The way they do these camera angles are so cool. Go check out episode 47, guys. You will not regret it.